Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're going to dive into something that might feel a little uncomfortable, but it's incredibly important for our well-being. We're talking about that feeling of not being able to stand yourself in silence. You know, when the noise of the day fades away, and suddenly you're left with your own thoughts, and they're not always the most pleasant company. It's a common experience, and it's okay to admit it. For many of us, silence can feel like a spotlight, highlighting all the things we're trying to avoid. Maybe it's a nagging insecurity, a past mistake that replays on repeat, or a general sense of not being enough. These feelings can be amplified when there are no distractions, no external validation, and no one else to focus on. Think about it. During the day, we're often busy. We're juggling tasks, interacting with others, consuming information. Our minds are occupied. But when everything quiets down, our internal world takes center stage. And if that internal world is filled with self-criticism, judgment, or a deep-seated dissatisfaction, it's no wonder we find silence unbearable. It's like being trapped in a room with someone you really don't like, yourself. This isn't about being a bad person or having something fundamentally wrong with you. It's often a byproduct of how we've been conditioned, the pressures we face, and the internal narratives we've unconsciously adopted. We might have learned to be our own harshest critics, constantly comparing ourselves to others or to an idealized version of who we think we should be. The good news is, this is a pattern that can be understood and, more importantly, shifted. The first step is simply acknowledging that this is happening. You're not alone in this experience. Many people grapple with this internal discomfort. When you find yourself in that silent space and the negative thoughts start to creep in, try to observe them without immediately believing them. Ask yourself, is this thought actually true? Where is it coming from? Often, these critical voices are echoes of past experiences or learned beliefs, not objective realities. Practicing self-compassion is also key. Imagine a friend came to you with the same thoughts you have about yourself. Would you be as harsh with them? Probably not. We tend to offer ourselves far less kindness than we offer others. Start extending that same gentle understanding to yourself. Another helpful practice is to gently redirect your attention. Instead of getting lost in the negative loop, try focusing on something neutral or positive. This could be a simple breathing exercise, noticing the sensations in your body, or even just observing your surroundings. The goal isn't to suppress the thoughts, but to create a little space between you and them so they don't have such a powerful hold. Building a more positive relationship with yourself in silence is a journey, not a destination. It takes practice, patience, and a willingness to be kind to yourself along the way. By understanding why silence can be challenging, and by implementing small, consistent practices, you can gradually transform that discomfort into a space of peace and self-acceptance. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this conversation has offered some helpful insights. If you found this valuable, please consider following for more discussions on personal growth and well-being.